Dude, okay. Farina, 10 out of 10 character. Honestly, Fontaine doesn't miss with their characters. They have yet to miss. Unless you want to count Lenny as a miss, which honestly I don't. Does he do like the most damage ever of any bow character? No. But he's fun. And his little cat is cute. And then every other Fontaine character besides him has been really, really good. Like, stupidly good at what they do. It's kind of crazy. I feel like we've hit that point in Genshin where we're starting to really see the power creep, right? Because, like, we've been power creeping for a while in Genshin, just like it hasn't been as noticeable. The only character you don't have is, yeah, and she's good too, that's what's crazy. She's also a really, really good character. She's a really good Geo DPS, which, I mean, there's Ito and there's Ningguang if you built her properly and invested a lot of time into her. But other than that, we didn't really have a good, like, Geo DPS. Now we do. And where are they from? Fontaine. Because at this point, Fontaine is the power creep nation. And it's only going to get better or worse from here. Since this, like, turn of power creep, we have Chevy here, who is replacing Kazuha on several of my teams. Kokomi, her water walking got power crept by Farina. Like I said, we're gonna have Gaming, who, if the calcs are correct, he's going to do very comparable damage to someone like Zhao. And I feel like a plunge 4-star doing comparable damage, not the same damage, don't get it twisted, it's not the same damage. Like, Zhao's still going to out damage him in the long run. But like the fact that they're even in the same ballpark, one of them is a 4-star, the other one is a 5-star, is kind of nuts power creeping. We're really getting to that point where I would just advise people, if you are one of the people that summons for power rather than summoning for a character you like, stop doing that, because we've now hit the point where, like, for example, again, a gacha game that I play a lot, Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. That game power crept harder than the actual anime of Dragon Ball. The power creep in that game is so insane. Every other time they release a character, is this the new most broken character in the game? And we're not like at that point yet with Genshin, but we're gonna get there. I can feel we're gonna get there. But yeah, basically, moral of the story, pull for characters you'd like, don't pull for power, because it's not going to go well. Unless they're an Archon. What you just saw was a little conversation about power creep I had with my chat on Monday. I stream here on YouTube, by the way, so if you're not already, you should sub and hit the bell notification. Also, I got a new mic, so I hope that's not too jarring, if you can even hear the difference. But I feel like I should elaborate more on that topic, and I also want to hear your guys' opinion on this. If you have an opinion on the power creep of Genshin, let me know down in the comments, like just write out like what you guys think of it. But I really feel like since the introduction of Dendro as an element, we have been progressing as far as power creep really, really fast. Dendro reactions made so many more characters way more viable than they already were. And I've already talked before about one specific instance of a Dendro reaction being really insane, Hyper Bloom. But then we get to the point where we're at today, where we have several different characters that out damage older characters, but not by like a small margin. I mean by like a wide gap. Like, it is kind of insane. And their kits are like super loaded with just about everything under the sun. Like with Fontaine specifically, we have some characters that almost completely negate the need for a healer, and they're DPS characters. And if you hit me with a, well, actually my Fontaine characters need a healer, maybe you should just get better at dodging. I don't know, sounds like a skill issue to me. But in all seriousness, I wanted to say that we're getting to the point where characters are becoming so powerful without an increase in difficulty, which is kind of a bad thing, in my opinion at least. Without a more challenging endgame, your characters get so powerful, but for what? There's nothing really to do with them. There's no point to that power. And so then all the characters start to feel the same unless they have some weird quirky gimmick to make them different. But then they might run the risk of becoming too niche to not be used. And so we either get to the point where everyone is a really strong beat stick, or everyone is so specifically niched that if you don't have other characters, you literally can't use them. See the problem here? And I get Genshin is a rather casual game for a lot of people that don't really care about endgame content, but for me, as a content creator and also the type of player that I am, endgame content and challenging content is kind of important to me. And I get when it comes to the community and how they play the game, people like me are the minority. I feel like there's an issue when one of my characters from Fontaine can clear basically everything at level 60 with mid-tier artifacts without basically any trouble. Now, can he clear 12-3 of the Abyss? This cycle specifically? I don't know, because I haven't tried yet. But that's also why I have 3 other slots on the team. But my only concern is for the people that like summon for characters for power, because they're going to be wasting their time or their money, because there's always going to be another new character that, if we continue at this rate, is going to be significantly better than the characters that they're summoning for now. If you're a person that summons for characters that you like and don't care about power creep is not going to affect you in the slightest. Keep doing your thing, summon the characters you want, and I support you with that. But if you're someone that summons for power, please just take a step back and really think, why do I need more power? Next time you're about to summon for the new character that does such amazing damage and has the most loaded kit ever and isn't an Archon, I want you to ask yourself, do I actually want this character? How long do I think it'll be before they get power crept? Is there content that I can use this character in? And most importantly, is it actually worth it? That's all I've got to say. Let me know down in the comments what you think about power creep. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it and you made it this far. If you're new here or returning, you just haven't already, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification, because I stream right here on YouTube every single Monday. And that's all I got to say, so I'm out of here. Peace.
Don't you notice how